Okay, let's try to keep this short and sweet. I am attempting to copy this 59.44 gigabyte file from the Ninja SSD, which is currently plugged into the USB-C write port using the SATA or eSATA connector, which I think is like a USB 3.0 Gen 1 maybe. Anyhow, other than it being really blue, I attempted to copy the file by, as you can see here, and it's just not even moving. It's not even giving me an estimate of time. I have other ways of proving this as I've tested it on here. I was able to copy this file. There it is, using the rear port, so the A port. Now I won't even preview. I can't even see the file. And I did it on every single port on the back of the computer. Every single one of these has worked. And I've even got the speed tests to prove it. Every single port worked. So those are all the Thunderbolts. That's the A. And this is an attempt at the C, which is the front. I did a speed test beforehand, which this is just a PNG and it's not working. So, and I've done a diagnostic with Mayesha today, on the phone, attempting to repair or see if there's any software issues. That was a diagnostic, and did that, ran a whole gamut of tests. Everything seemed to come back fine. Also put it in safe mode, different user, did that, still had the same problems. And I think if I do this, what will happen after I dismount all of this is if I do Blackmagic speed test, not that I would run right now, but if I were to do that after the fact, what will happen, as I tested it before, I just don't have a recording of it, is this will creep to 10 to 20 megabytes per second from that port, rather than it being what it should be, which should be up to 1250 or 10 gigabits throughput. Doesn't mean it will do that, but this drive is definitely capable of about 350 to 400 megabytes per second on the back. There's no problem whatsoever. I don't think I can even run a test on this right now. And if I can select the Ninja, I'll hit open. It probably won't. Yeah, it won't let me do it. That's how confused the computer is. And I don't think it's not the RAM. It's not any of that. It is these physical ports and whatever is the underlying technology behind it. It's not the cable. It's not the drive. I guess I selected that. Let's try and do a test on that while it's running, and it's not working in any way, shape, or form. So that's not working, nor is this. So we're going to stop that. It'll let me. Come on. I may have to, there we go. I might have to force quit the Finder if it's not going to work. I'm going to attempt to close this down. It just doesn't like anything. And I've also tested this on my neighbor's computer. He has an M1 MacBook Pro, so 1 terabyte, no problem copying the footage directly to his computer. And I tested the Blackmagic exactly. I've got a screen test for that as well. Screen test, excuse me. I have. It won't even acknowledge that now. Let's see if we can get this to go. Everything, it just is, yeah. And then you get this again, which is always so much fun. The spinning wheel of death. So here's my question. I spent a lot of money on this. These front ones don't work. How can you send out, this is a fully spec'd high-end machine. Oh, we've got a window that's open. So yeah, I tested my neighbor's computer, and that's the read-write speeds. And that's acceptable for that drive, which shoots 4K. It's perfectly fine. That's all I need. I just need it to work on the front. Now we're getting that, and it should freeze. Yeah, it'll do a write, but it won't read, and it's this port particularly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cancel that and attempt to eject the disk, which it's not liking, as you can see. Spinny spin spin. So saying that the speed its test is not responding. That's really kind of irrelevant. We're trying to eject this. That may actually not work. Let's see if it works. probably say it's in use of Finder, cannot eject. So I'll try and force quit this for the time being. I'm gonna force quit the this speed. Sure. So the yeah, this is fun. Now I can't just make this thing respond. Oh, we're back to that again. How much joy is that? Look, it's a giant penis with a spinning cock on it. Yay! So, very expensive computer with a frozen spinning wall, not even a... Oh, look at that. What does Apple got to say about this? Hopefully the thing won't like do anything really weird, but it's actually not even spinning. That's how bad this is. And what I'll do after this is I'll attempt another speed test once I dismounted the drive, and I think what you'll find is the speed test will come back like a 10, 20 megabyte per second. There it goes, it's dismounted. So, like I said, I can keep this running, disconnect that. That's the right, which seems to be the worst of the two. Relaunch that. I'll remount this again. We'll stick it in the same one. Yep, it's in. And then we will select the drive. I'm not even, at this point, I'm not even copying anything. I'm just gonna select the target drive. We're gonna select the Ninja. We're gonna hit open. We're just gonna do 1 gigabit. I'm not gonna do anything more. It's doing better than last time, but it's kind of reading. Is it gonna write? Yeah, it's doing something. That's weird. So now it's working. It doesn't make any sense because it's actually reading at a higher speed, but oh man. Surely when you're doing a video, it does this. It doesn't